Dubai did not evolve over centuries like London, Paris, or Rome. Dubai materialized in the blink of an eye. In less than one human lifetime, a stretch of endless desert became the most ambitious urban experiment on Earth. This is not a city built by accident or historical chance. This is a city built by pure decision and unwavering vision. Welcome to Global Luxe Journeys, where we explore the world's most extraordinary destinations. If you love discovering what makes iconic cities tick, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives. What you're about to discover will challenge everything you thought you knew about how cities develop, because what Dubai engineered here is rewriting the rules of urban civilization forever. Let me paint you a picture of where Dubai started. This city had no rivers flowing through it, no fertile farmland to sustain a population, and absolutely no natural advantage that would make anyone think to build a global metropolis here. The geography screamed no at every turn. The desert heat was relentless, with summer temperatures regularly soaring past 45 degrees Celsius. Water was desperately scarce in a region where rainfall barely reaches 100 millimeters per year. The land was essentially worthless by traditional standards, just endless sand stretching toward the horizon. Yet today, despite all these crushing obstacles, Dubai stands among the most recognized cities on the entire planet. The skyline rivals New York and Hong Kong. The infrastructure surpasses most European capitals. The global influence extends far beyond what a city of this size should reasonably command. How did this transformation happen? Dubai's leaders understood something early that most nations take centuries to learn, if they learn it at all. If geography does not serve you, if nature has dealt you a poor hand, you don't accept defeat and make excuses. You redesign the game entirely. Land was literally created out of nothing, dredged from the sea floor and shaped into islands visible from space. Coastlines were redrawn with mathematical precision to maximize waterfront property. The sea itself was transformed into luxury real estate worth billions of dollars. This was not survival mode or making do with what they had. This was complete and total reinvention of what a city could be, where a city could exist, and how fast urban development could happen. Have you ever wondered what it takes to completely transform a geographical disadvantage into a global advantage? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Here's something that surprises most people when they first learn about Dubai's history. Oil funded the beginning of Dubai's transformation. Yes, providing the initial capital for infrastructure development. But oil was never meant to be the future or the foundation of the economy. The leaders knew something critical that many oil-rich nations tragically ignored. They understood that oil is finite, that reserves eventually run dry, that prices fluctuate wildly based on global politics, and that depending on a single resource is essentially a death sentence for any long-term economy. So what did Dubai do differently? They used their narrow oil window, their limited time of petroleum wealth, to build something far more valuable and sustainable. They constructed world-class infrastructure that would serve the city for generations. They built massive international airports designed to handle connections between East and West. They developed cutting-edge ports that could compete with Singapore and Rotterdam. They invested in global connectivity through telecommunications, flight routes, and business partnerships that would outlast any oil reserve. Then came the brilliant pivot that changed everything and set Dubai apart from Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, and other oil-dependent neighbors. The focus shifted dramatically to trade, tourism, finance, and real estate. Dubai did not sit around waiting for economic diversification to happen naturally over generations. They forced it into existence within a single generation through aggressive policy changes, massive infrastructure investment, and relentless global marketing. This aggressive diversification is why Dubai survived and thrived, while other oil cities struggled when prices crashed. Today, oil accounts for less than 1% of Dubai's GDP. Think about that for a moment. A city built on oil wealth now barely relies on oil at all. If you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you're subscribed to Global Lux Journeys for more insights like this. Let's talk about the mega projects, because this is where Dubai's strategy becomes truly fascinating and reveals the genius behind the apparent excess. Palm Jumeirah, that iconic palm-shaped artificial island that everyone recognizes instantly, was not built because Dubai desperately needed more housing or faced a land shortage. The city had plenty of available undeveloped land on the mainland. It was built to capture the world's imagination, to create something so audacious and visually stunning that people couldn't stop talking about it, sharing photos of it, and wanting to visit it. Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on Earth, piercing through the clouds at over 800 meters, was not about solving a height problem or a space constraint. It was about pure symbolism, about planting an unmissable flag in the global consciousness. The building serves a function, yes, but its primary purpose is to broadcast a message. Dubai understood one fundamental truth that most cities miss entirely or discover too late. Perception creates capital. When the world perceives you as extraordinary, as capable of achieving the impossible, as a place where dreams become concrete reality, investment flows in like a flood. Money follows attention, talent follows opportunity, tourists follow curiosity. Every megastructure, every record-breaking project, every seemingly impossible engineering feat broadcasts one clear message to the entire world. If we can build this, if we can make a palm-shaped island visible from space, or construct the tallest tower humanity has ever seen, or create an indoor ski slope in the desert, imagine what else we can accomplish. This is not just construction or real estate development. This is psychological warfare in the global battle for relevance, capital, talent, and influence. What Dubai landmark first comes to your mind? Let me know in the comments below. Here's a perspective that makes Dubai's achievement even more staggering. In 1970, just 55 years ago, Dubai was a small trading port with a population of around 60,000 people. There were no skyscrapers, no mega malls, no international airport worth mentioning. The city looked more like a traditional Arabian town than anything resembling a modern metropolis. Fast forward to today, and Dubai is home to over 3 million people, with a skyline that rivals any city on Earth. The transformation happened faster than almost any urban development in human history. While London took centuries to evolve into a global financial center, while New York grew over generations through waves of immigration and industrial development, Dubai compressed that entire evolutionary process into about 4 decades. The speed itself became an asset. Construction never stops in Dubai. Cranes dominate the skyline constantly. New projects launch while previous ones are still being completed. This perpetual state of becoming, of building, of growing, creates energy and momentum that attracts exactly the kind of people Dubai wants. Risk-takers, entrepreneurs, visionaries who see opportunity in rapid change rather than stability. The pace of development also means Dubai can adopt the latest technology, the newest architectural techniques, and the most advanced infrastructure systems without being held back by legacy systems. They're not trying to retrofit 100-year-old buildings with smart technology. They're building smart from the ground up. What's the fastest development you've witnessed in your city? Share your observations in the comments. Dubai's approach to vertical living is something most people completely misunderstand or dismiss as mere showiness. The city builds vertically, not just to save space or create impressive skylines, but to compress life into incredibly efficient ecosystems that previous generations couldn't even imagine. Picture residential towers that contain everything you need for modern life. High-end apartments on the upper floors with views stretching to the horizon. Shopping malls integrated into the lower levels, offering international brands. Office spaces for remote workers or small businesses. Schools and childcare facilities so parents don't need long commutes. State-of-the-art gyms and spas for health and wellness. Restaurants offering cuisines from every corner of the globe. entertainment facilities, including cinemas, gaming centers, and lounges. All of this stacked into a single address, a single vertical city. You can literally live, work, shop, exercise, dine, and entertain yourself without ever leaving your building. For many residents, especially during the brutal summer months, this is not just convenient, it's essential. Luxury here is not about wasteful indulgence or showing off wealth for its own sake. It is about design efficiency perfected to an art form. Climate-controlled environments keep you comfortable in a city where stepping outside in July or August means facing temperatures that can exceed 50 degrees Celsius with humidity that makes breathing feel difficult. Smart elevators use artificial intelligence to predict traffic patterns, group passengers efficiently, and reduce wait times to mere seconds, even in buildings with 70 or 80 floors. Integrated living systems connect everything seamlessly through smartphone apps. You can control your apartment's temperature, lighting, and security from anywhere. Dubai does not sell apartments the way traditional cities do. They sell complete, self-contained lifestyles where convenience and luxury merge into one seamless experience. Have you ever lived in one of these vertical cities? Share your experience in the comments. Here's where Dubai truly separates itself from almost every other major city on Earth. The government operates like a Silicon Valley startup, rather than a traditional bureaucracy. While most cities drown in red tape, endless regulations, and approval processes that can take months or even years to navigate, Dubai issues business licenses in days, sometimes even hours, if you know the right channels. You can literally arrive in Dubai with a business idea on Monday and have a legal entity, bank account, and office space by Friday. Digital governance is not a future goal or a political promise here. It is current operational reality. Artificial intelligence-powered public services handle everything from traffic management to waste collection with precision and efficiency. The philosophy driving this efficiency is brutally simple but incredibly effective. If a policy slows growth, if a regulation creates unnecessary friction in the business environment, if a law makes Dubai less competitive than Singapore or Hong Kong, it gets replaced immediately. No lengthy debates, no political gridlock, no endless committee meetings. This is governance optimized for speed rather than tradition, for results rather than process, for economic growth rather than political ideology. The leadership makes decisions with the agility of a tech company, constantly iterating and improving based on real-world feedback from businesses and residents. What's your experience with government efficiency? Let us know in the comments. Dubai has mastered something that most cities struggle with for centuries: It imports ambition from every corner of the globe with remarkable efficiency. Entrepreneurs looking for a business-friendly environment with minimal bureaucracy and maximum support. Investors seeking high returns, political stability, and legal protection for their capital. Creators and influencers wanting freedom to build brands without excessive regulation. Tech professionals drawn by growing opportunities in fintech, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. What makes this massive talent attraction possible? Start with zero income tax, which means professionals keep their entire salary, unlike high-tax Western countries where governments take 30 to 50%. Add global connectivity that allows you to reach any major city within 8 hours of flight time, making Dubai the perfect base for international business. Include safety and security levels that rival the safest cities in Europe and Asia, where violent crime is virtually non-existent. Combine this with luxury lifestyle options, year-round sunshine, world-class shopping and dining, and infrastructure that actually functions. The result is magnetic attraction for a specific type of person. Ambitious, mobile, focused on wealth creation, willing to adapt to different cultural norms, comfortable with impermanence. Dubai is not competing with other cities in the traditional sense. It is competing with entire countries by offering a unique combination of tax benefits, lifestyle luxury, strategic location, and business opportunity that is genuinely hard to match anywhere else on the planet. If you could move to any city right now, what would be your top choice and why? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the risks and challenges that most promotional content about Dubai conveniently ignores. Extreme growth at this unprecedented pace brings enormous pressure on systems that many cities would buckle under completely. Energy consumption in a climate this harsh is astronomical. Air conditioning alone accounts for a massive portion of the Emirates' power usage, running 24 hours a day for most of the year, just to make indoor spaces livable. Water dependency is critical in a desert environment, where every single drop must be desalinated from the ocean, an incredibly energy-intensive process. Economic cycles pose real existential threats because so much of the economy depends on tourism, real estate, and financial services, all sectors that can contract rapidly during global downturns. The 2008 financial crisis hit Dubai hard, forcing the government to seek bailout assistance from neighboring Abu Dhabi. Real estate prices crashed, construction projects halted mid-development, and the vulnerabilities became painfully apparent. Climate change presents long-term challenges that are difficult to solve with engineering alone. Rising sea levels threaten coastal developments and artificial islands. Increasing temperatures could eventually make outdoor life impossible during summer months. Water scarcity will only intensify as populations grow. So how does Dubai survive these significant challenges? By staying ahead of problems rather than reacting to them after they emerge into crises. While critics talk about sustainability concerns, Dubai builds solutions at massive scale. Solar farms now generate significant portions of the city's electricity. Advanced desalination technology reduces energy costs. Economic diversification programs actively reduce dependence on vulnerable sectors. Adaptation is not optional in this environment. It is policy, it is culture, it is the only way to survive long-term. What do you think is Dubai's biggest challenge in the next decade? Give us your prediction in the comments. Dubai is not perfect, and anyone claiming otherwise is selling you something. But here's what cannot be denied by even the harshest critics. This city is fearless in ways that inspire both genuine admiration and legitimate criticism. It proves one truth with absolute clarity that pessimists struggle to accept. Cities are no longer built by history, by centuries of gradual organic development, by accidents of geography or fortunate natural resources. They are built by intent, by clear vision, by sheer force of will, backed by capital, technology, and determination. And Dubai's intent is limitless, constantly pushing boundaries that conventional wisdom says should not be pushed. Whether you love it or hate it, whether you see it as a miracle of human achievement or a mirage that will eventually collapse, one thing is undeniable. Dubai has fundamentally changed what we think is possible in urban development. The city has compressed centuries of evolution into decades of deliberate construction. It has proven that geography is negotiable, that cultural heritage is not required for global significance, that speed can be an advantage rather than a liability. The question is not whether Dubai will succeed in the long term. Time will answer that. The question is, how many other cities will try to replicate this model? Saudi Arabia is already building NEOM and The Line, attempting to out-Dubai Dubai with even more ambitious projects. Other Gulf nations are competing aggressively for the same global capital and talent. If you found this documentary valuable and gained insights into how modern cities develop, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Global Lux Journeys for more deep dives into urban innovation, economic development, and the future of human civilization. Drop a comment telling us what surprised you most about Dubai, whether you'd want to live there, and what city you want us to analyze next. Your support helps us create more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.